possibly live. Maybe, maybe not. Who knows? Anyway, look at it. I'm gonna start doing that there. And I am live. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. I am returned from a few days of taking some time off, doing some other things, doing some IRL shit, you know. And now I am back here to do a drawing stream in front of an empty canvas, but with Google Images open. So that would be some inspiration, I think. Which brings me into my first mini clip that I would want to make, and that is, I have figured out what my philosophy will be for streaming. And it will be a you come as you go strategy, somewhat like the merchants in Elden Ring. They don't expect you to be there for long, but if you pass on by and you learn a thing or two, or you think you have relaxed your mind and then you move on, then that is it. And that is all I'm here for. There you go. Philosophy figured out. Now, is that important or not? Not really, but I think it's funny. So, leave me be. I am checking that the stream bitrate is going. Okay. I've been testing out some different things with stream bitrates to hopefully make it so that the stream doesn't lag anymore. Because it has like these weird moments when it lags, but it's usually during gaming, so I'm gonna have to figure that out later. Outside of that, I have also tried to, whatchamacallit, tried to try some different things when it comes to. Wait, let me put my thumbnail there in the promo section. There we go. Anyway, see what that does, right? I don't think it will do a lot, but yeah, you know, all little bits help. I might be going back to more regular streaming as well, by the way, because I've been gone now for what, like 4 or 5 days, which is exceptional that I've actually not been streaming now for so long. It was really weird, and not gonna lie, it did have you do feel a certain sense of guilt, even though it's like you're a micro celebrity with zero viewers. It's like yeah, but still, even then, to myself, I feel like there's this obligation where I started this thing. I want to complete this thing. I want to be able to continue doing this thing, and because I like doing this thing. You know, it's fun. I gotta get a different model though. That's the one thing I've been working on. But I want to do the transition, you know, in a cool way. I don't just want to be like, and here's the new model. I want to do it in a. I have a thing planned. I'll put it that way, and the thing looks pretty good. Like, I'll be honest, like the initial sketches for it and stuff like that, and initial bit of research and design is like, okay, this can actually be something really cool if I want it to be. But yeah, that brings me to what I'm going to be doing today, which is going to be one of the more regular new occurrences on the channel. I want to do more drawing streams because I like doing them, not because out of obligation, not out of like a sense of I have to get this done. No, I'm more out of a sense of I like doing them. So, yeah. Right, wait, yeah, okay, the navigator is always now on top, so even though I'm really zoomed in, and I might be doing something like on basically like a sub-pixel level, right, you, the viewer, will still be able to see the full picture in the corner, which is neat, and I am still figuring out a tiny bit how to position the camera so I can look down, but also draw. Otherwise I have to put the screen up a bit more. I'm incredibly sorry if this makes too much noise now. Don't get clicked. Don't get clicked. Don't get clicked. There we go. Okay. Should be better, I think. Anyway, wait, does this one turn around effectively? Yeah, this is a rotator brush. Yeah, I have a few different like Wacom pens that I've acquired over the years of you know, being interested in the hobby of drawing and stuff like that. And are they all necessary? Not at all, but like I like them, so take that. And also the reason for the lo-fi hip-hop is that if I put my music on, it becomes very rough very quickly. And I don't tend to know what I always want, you know. Now, what do I want? she has that big ass hat, right? Do I want her to have like a forward looking face, or do I want her to... The hell is this? Yes, truly. Just like Ranni the witch. It's like a weird bug-eyed alien looking thing. That's funny. To me. To me, that's funny. Take a look at the eye. Different pen. You get into that doodle mood, you know? That mood where you're like just trying out things and you don't really care too much about what the final result will look like. Maybe something with her back turned? Been done, but like I have no idea what my latency is as well. Connection seems to be stable at the moment, I think. Not really, no. It's maybe not. Might have to check that out. Well, now I'm streaming, so now everything that's going wrong or whatever, I'll have to deal with it post-stream. Let's try an elongated face. I think maybe a miniature Ranni, because miniature Ranni is, you know, adorable Ranni. I like seeing all the analyses coming out now from Elden Ring. People trying to piece it together. But somehow, with a more, perhaps, dense world, it is way more readable. Like, okay, the lore is dense, and there's going to be things we don't know, right? But, like, the overall story seems to have already been figured out fairly well, I think. Or, in my opinion, has been figured out fairly well. It's a story about... Oh, how would you put it? I'm trying to put the camera a bit closer. Let's see if that does anything. It's a story about how Wait, is that because I'm looking down? While looking down, blink less sensitive. Yeah, probably. Anyway, it seems to be just a story about, like, okay, the gods want to, the world is falling down, and the gods kind of, this is what you learn through Ranni's questline, right? She basically plots to reset the world in the image that her mother once taught her, which is to be commanded by the stars, which is how the land was controlled before the Golden Order came along, which is this dogmatic ruling religion, right? But that's being governed by a being from beyond. Aliens, right? Or gods, basically. Because gods are a thing in this world. I also like how with Ranni's design you get to basically put two faces in. It's kind of funny. And what is it like? Yeah, one eye is closed, but it's shared between like two faces. So you get like a more spectral face, and then a more regular face. It's weird, but it's cute, you know. They really struck money gold with that with the design, not gonna lie. Double head ahead. And the maturity level of the default, like Soul's messages, is like a 5-year-old, so you know. All the messages are kind of the same. Okay, also, to explain my method, the method of the mat is what I'm doing now, right? Is all I'm doing is just basically just testing stuff out. I'm essentially doodling. I don't know what I want yet, you know? As when you draw, you might never fully know what you want, but you try anyway. Okay, put that there. There we go. Hi! Hi, Shiva-senpai. Hello. How are you doing? Holding up good? I got back into streaming. I've not been inside for a few days. I've actually touched grass. And now I'm here to just sketch a bit for one of my favorite characters in the game. Because it's adorable. The actual maiden you could acquire. I'm fine. I'm fine, thank you very much. Mainly just now thinking of you know when you're like, okay, I'm gonna do a drawing stream and you're hyped about it, and then you get to the drawing stream and then you're like, okay, now when am I gonna draw? Other times I already was like sketching like an hour or two beforehand, and then I was just basically refining what I was doing before. Now I'm trying from scratch, which means it's gonna probably take a longer before I have a more substantive idea, but at the same time, you know, I get to doodle and I get to clock in some hours because I really have not been online for a while, which was fun. It's fun to touch grass once in a while. However, I also do very much like streaming. It is I don't have anything against it. I do like the time spent, you know, because it's fun. Because it's fun. It makes you think, and it's calming as well. And now I found my big hack. It's using lo-fi, because it gets me in a good mood, or I think at least it does. It gets me in a good mood. What is her hair though? Her hair is so yeah, she like rakes it back so you don't really see it that much. She very much has a triangle face as well. She's like very much like a pot, because she's a doll, right? She's very much a face that goes down really quickly. So it's very much a triangular face that yeah, like in the teaser, I think it is, or the opening trailer for it. It's very much a porcelain thing. No, don't die in open. I need in-game art. Yes. That will help me on my quest. It will not help me on my quest. Yeah, I gotta remember that her long hair. She does have hair on both sides of her face, but just... it is way more on one side than the other. I have to give her 2 chubby cheeks. She actually is fairly like... a weird line. wonder what the seal on her neck is supposed to be. Is it like the rune of death from when she was in her corporeal form, or I don't know if it's supposed to be a reference to that or not. Wait, let me also put down a bit of a lay of the land. No. Yes. It's more that her face leans on her head. I shared like this tattoo thing underneath it. I also find it funny that the character that they found, that the main waifu character is one with 4 arms. It's like, okay, we're going into weird designs now, but it's cute, you know? It's cute and adds a layer to it. Adds a layer to Soulsborne that, you know, was it there before? No, not into that aspect. Design-wise, right? They wouldn't go that crazy. It would be kind of toned down. The maiden would look like Melina, like fairly usual, young, cute. Whilst RANNI, with her characterization, looks maybe like adorable with her and innocent with her doll look, but her character is way more. How would you put it? Her character has way more depth in that sense, because she's very much more of an ambitious, going against what was set before president kind of character, right? Which makes her more interesting, in my opinion, or to me at least. I think. Okay, I'm noticing with VTuber there is a delay, so I will not be able to respond 100% zero latency wise. I think it, what is this, like 5 seconds maybe? Weird. Weird, but I'll just accept it. It is what it is. Nothing to be done about it. Just figure out a pose I would want. Maybe something like this. She's like pointing towards the camera, and then we get to like see the little doll segmented like doll elements, right? Because she doesn't know how to use magic. We never really see her use magic, but like we kind of do. I suppose we sort of do. And then the second head leans on the first head. And that is covered by big hat. Big. Hat is big. You know what lo-fi gives me the feeling of? Lo-fi, for whatever reason, gives me the feeling of a lot of songs from like 2013, 2014, and I have no idea why. But it's like this nostalgic, earlier beat sort of music thing, right? incredibly distracting because, right? It's like this sad music sort of thing where it's like from again like 2014 maybe. I don't know. Lo-fi makes me nostalgic, but I don't know for what. It just gives me the feeling of like nostalgia. Where's that one drawing? Not drawing, but nope. Come on, gimme. Yeah, this game doesn't make it easier for me, right? Guess we're gonna have to take some artistic liberty with the body. We'll just do anatomy. When in doubt, use regular anatomy. It's not nudity if it's a doll. God. It's so hard to not think of like porcelain made when I'm drawing this. I love his like design and his vibe, right? The total like Chad energy within the doll and shit. Has that vibe a bit, but it's because like all doll related designs have something in common in that sense, right? Okay, so I'm just gonna imagine there's an extra pectoral here for. I mean, wait a minute. 4 limbs. Does that mean she has 4 pecs? There is a Japanese designer from Soft somewhere that thought about that question. And dear God, if he gave an answer. Help us. Help us, Sims. 4 pectorals means 2 pairs. Truly the truest lore question that must be asked. Just blocking out now at the moment, so if it's not perfect, I'll refine it later. It's the niceness of 2D drawing is you get to refine all this shit later. She has like this inner dress that goes on. I'd be standing like that, maybe more. It's more interesting. To the shadow realm of thee. Truly some maidenless behavior. What will we do with the other arms, though? So she points one hand, two hands forwards. And again, like this, the structure of the hat, I'll revise it later. But I think I have something interesting going here, pose-wise. Something like that. Those hips are way too wide. She's a doll. She barely has any like thickness to her. She's very slim in her figure. So I should respect that in my drawing as well. Or I think it's interesting to respect it in my drawing as well. Put it that way. Because again, it's a drawing. You could do whatever way you want, right? But you know. Really some maidenless behavior here. Okay, how to do this without violating Twitch's TOS, right? Just very vaguely draw the form. It is not nudity if it's a doll. I'm going to keep telling myself that, because then Twitch will have to agree. Or YouTube. Twitch and YouTube, because essentially they're both the same at this point, right? Especially since I'm streaming to both. Go check out the YouTube stream. It's exactly the same stream, except it's on the YouTube channel instead of on the Twitch channel. Yes, both platforms at the same time, so you have double the options. I should do that. I should become one of those like advertisement YouTubers. Hello to... So, sponsored by my left nut. It's weird because I don't know. Her design doesn't seem to inform me about that. I'm gonna need a full model breakdown. Her arms seem to attach her. I think they come from her back. Wait, right? Yeah, they kind of come from the same area as where her other arms are coming from. Huh. That is odd. Yeah, here I go. It's like rope. Okay, so her body's mainly like made out of rope. Haha. Google Strikes helps once again. So then she doesn't have two pectoral sets. Boo. Weak. No double titty. Feels bad. Oh, terrible. Blocking a bit of face just so I'm not looking at this like blank mannequin looking thing. Oh god, I made it worse. No! And it goes circles around her head. Something like that, I think. But then from there, we get the... Also, the modders are insane. They're already like modding back in like the armors from Dark Souls 3 and stuff like that back into the game I saw. Flipping amazing for how quick that is. Like a turnover rate I haven't seen before. Hope it doesn't like bug with the whole new anti-cheat system, but you know, would be neat. Would be neat. Yeah. The nice thing about knowing about her design now is that I could basically muscle out her corporeal form. I love that word, by the way, the corporeal form. It's all thanks to the dung eater. The loathsome dung eater. Okay, wait. Let's put this hand here. This hand here, deselect. Rub a bit away. Retake the hand. Put the hand where the thing should be. Yeah. Look at that hand. I'm actually proud of that hand. Gotta be proud of the little things in life, and that hand is one of the things I'm now most proud of. Does it fit in with the rest of the design? I don't know yet. Does it work? Not really, because this forearm's too small, so I have to resize some of that. But like, the idea is there, you know. Yeah. I have a sick deja vu now. Holy crap. Wow. Wow. Let me think, right? And she has her big braids. Those are definitely part of her designs that need to be in there. Maybe I should flip this one around. It's more coming from like an underside. When in doubt, look at your own hand. Oh, I just noticed my camera's a little bit off center. Why is that? I think this is better, right? What is it? Maybe? No? Yes? Who knows? When in doubt, use your own hand and look at it from a weird angle. So I want a hand that's like this. Leads into a hand out here, which has the thumb from the outside looking in. Interesting. So my step idea, what I'm doing now, by the way, is I'm looking at my hand and very roughly sketching in what I see when I look at it with my proportions, and then I will revise and build it up, parts of it back here. Parts of it back here. Duplicate, and then build from the construction. Nope, merge down. Boop. Because I like the thumb, but I don't like this end part. The loathsome dung eater. What a meme. Make thumb smaller. I'll have to like go around the dainty design and redo parts of it, but you know. Oh, I still have a latte macchiato here. I didn't know that. Part of my ASMR stream. Basically what her hand is doing, right, from a side point of view, is so her thumb is here at the side, her index is pointing forward, then the last finger's like pointing more and more downward. Something like, yeah, it's like a claw, not a claw, sort of a claw. You know, that sort of, but then less terribly sketched. God, it looks like a squid. Looks like a horrifying squid. Kind of bad squid that's terrible and horrifying. Imagine. See what's at the Creator Studio. What's happening there? Oh, there we go. Look at that. I can switch between the two. Ooh. Sorry, getting distracted again. Tends to happen a lot. Let's draw this out a little bit more. There's that spider form. Almost looks like a spider. God, it's almost spring. Those creatures are going to start returning. Ugh. That still looks terrible. Jesus Christ. No. No, no. You ever had it where you like start on a drawing, you're kind of okay with it, but then like the more you keep making mistakes, the more you're like, wait, how it looked fine first, now it looks worse. Ugh. God damn it. Oh, what the hell did I do? Oh, I flipped it. Okay, don't flip that. Don't do that. Crazy old Maurice. There we go, whatever. Back to battling with perspective, right? The segmented look from our fingers does give me a little bit of leeway though. Makes it a bit easier to get like that look going. But it's like it's overlapping from the wrong direction. Sort of. And it was lo-fi beats or me like putting on AVGN episodes, like the old AVGN episode seasons, and just have streaming that, like watching it and laughing throughout. It wasn't either or. But today it's lo-fi day. I'll say it's hates drawing hands. Some hands are like no problem, right? But then other hands are just such a bitch and a half. But they're also like the main eye-catching thing, so having them done right is also the main thing that's going to be captivating about this image. Because I can redraw the face, right? Like, face will be redrawn. It's the thingamajig that will be the most annoying to do. Hi dude, how are you today? Hope you're having a good day from the looks of it. The art's pretty badass. Thank you very much, Krigomego. Sorry I was late with responding. I haven't looked up in a while. Like if I look up like this, then I know, yeah, okay, I can still see it on the stream, so it's not too long ago. Haha, I've responded in time and therefore I'm a good streamer. Thank you very much. I'm having a good day. I'm having a good day. Didn't stream for a few days. Had some IRL stuff that I did, which was fun. You know, not worrying about stream, but at the same time, every day that I'm not streaming, I'm like, oh god, I'm too tired, but I want to stream. And now I've woken up at the right time where I have like the energy for it. So I'm doing the sensible thing, which is pumping myself full of caffeine so I can get to doing this. And since I beat Elden Ring, I thought, oh, what better way to do another art stream than to do one about like do another one around like Elden Ring themed, centered around the main waifu of the game. Like, let's be honest, this is the main waifu of the game. It's RANNI the witch. But then I've been stumbling into all kinds of other issues, which is not issues, art issues, you know, the whole, okay, how do I draw this? Okay, how do I do hands? I can get hands done pretty quickly, but just this perspective is annoying, right? Like this one is fine. This one looks, this is like a grabby hand, like an anger grabby hand. That's a good sketch, but this one's too unclear, so I'm trying to refine it into something a bit more cohesive. I'm thinking about what might be my best course of action. I know. When in doubt, go back to your masters. Ethan Beckett, I think his name is, Becker? Ethan Becker? He had a really great tutorial about like drawing up your shapes and using like Doritos for it, the Dorito shape. Because he believed everything is Doritos. And to a certain extent, if you follow along, like, you know, he's right. But like shape-wise, everything is Doritos, so if you can make it interesting, then it'll be fine. Okay, I think I figured that out, what I'll do. I'll bring this finger down a bit more, so it's like all the fingers are sort of pointing down. How did I ever get into drawing? Oh yeah, because I was an asocial idiot. An antisocial, well, dork. Who liked watching cartoons and thinking about that instead of sports, because sports sucks. And if you're a sports nerd, well then, well, have fun as a sports nerd, I guess. It's like nothing I can say about that. Also, me drawing in this program is just me avoiding as well, opening up Live 2D and figuring those controls out. Because I got close, but then like, I was like, okay, you know what, I'll play with that another day. I'd have to. It would have to be something like this. Honestly, as a small artist myself, I find that just experimenting can make art very unique. However, I have different art struggles compared to you. Everyone has their art struggles. I wonder what you're struggling with then. Mine is discipline. I'll be completely transparent. That is mine issue. I somewhat lack the discipline to sit down and like draw, just because of like how much time it takes in, you know. And it's not a bad thing, but I have this problem where if I'm not doing something like this as like a stream thing, I have very much a problem with doing it out of my own. And or I'm just doodling and then all of a sudden I figure out, oh yeah, I'm just drawing it on my own, and then it's like, then I block for some reason. It's really weird, really weird. Well, I'll also say, like, I have had a a bachelor animation. I've had like 4 years of life drawing classes where, but like life drawing classes is more of like an adult, right? Like an adult, less than like a middle high school thing. So, and like one of those years was a cool like character arc thing, right? So I had to like double a year because of some grade related shit, and because of that, I basically wasn't really allowed to do any practical lessons for a year. So art wise, they were like, I'll either do stuff on your own or whatever. But I stepped to my figure drawing teacher, and I was like, hey, would you be cool with it if I just like hang out during the classes? Because technically, for those classes, then I wasn't like paying. Essentially, that's the issue, right? Because I already had achieved the goal for it. And he was like, he loved my dedication, and we got along really well, right? So he was like, nah, bro, like you don't even have to ask. Just come here, like continue drawing. And he kept giving me like feedback as well, teaching me more stuff. And the big feedback I got from him was like, you draw. If I start drawing like this, you start drawing very with like a construction in your head. You're not much of a free drawer, like just drawing freely out of your wrist and just seeing where the lines take you. That is kind of my issue. I don't do that enough. I very much start like, yeah, breaking stuff down into blocks and perspectives and overanalyzing everything. And he's like, that's good, but it will always limit you outside of, instead of like yeah, drawing with with the flow and getting that going. Like if I try now to draw a hand in like more of a flow mode, right? See, I'm somewhat capable of doing it now, but like back in the day I had a lot of issues with trying to get stuff like that done. For the longest time, what I wanted was to be able to do like the clean line art style from like anime and shit, but that stuff's just really hard, man. And it just takes so much time to refine that like art style and stuff like that. Also, one of the reasons why I went into 3D, because of just 3D, you model it once and it looks good from every angle if you did it correctly. Unlike drawing, where pain. I am more of a disordered reality artist where I take a normal and make it something new. Cool. My favorite artists are artists like David Firth, Trevor H, and funnily enough, Craig P. Very mixed media artists making some funky stuff to vibe to. Hell yeah. Oh, that's awesome. I'm gonna have to look up those names later, actually. See, that's a good thing about YouTube chat, right? It keeps the document of it, like it keeps it for a while, so I'm able to, after I close off the stream, I can still go through like those names and stuff like that and check out that shit. I'm gonna be honest, I'm one of those students that during art history, I paid enough attention to sort of get the gist of it, but the names weren't the ones that stuck with me, right? Like, well, see, exactly. Here, like, what is a name that sticks out? Yeah, Andy Warhol, but why? It's because I had to write a thing on it, so that's why I remember the dude and his stuff, and also he's mega famous, right? But like, I remember the movements more than the individual artists, even to this day. You know how embarrassing, somewhat unrelated? You know how funny it is and how embarrassing it sort of is when you're talking with someone about, oh, they're like a director, right? They directed a certain short and you're talking about like filmmaking with them, and they start bringing up examples from the thing that they're well known for directing, right? And then you're there like, sure, I don't know what the hell you're talking. I haven't seen your show, dude. You're fun to talk to, and like that's what makes you interesting. I haven't seen your thing yet, And then you're there like, you're just kind of winging it, blowing it out of your ass. Hi, welcome to the stream. Am I late? No, you're not late. I was just vibing. I was not whatchamacallit. I was not particularly in hyper focus or rounding off or anything. So for once, I'm actually going to be streaming for a while longer, because I want to see where I go with this, right? That I want to get it more refined as well. But now the current objective is getting this hand to look like not dog shit. And so I'm trying a few different things. One of these things being redrawing the hand. And I think that might be it, though. I think this might be the hand I do. The hand the fingers are too big. They're too much sausage fingers. They need to be elegant little doll fingers. Just like RANNI the witch. But yeah, that was sort of an awkward experience, but they didn't mind. I mean, not like they had seen what I had done, so ain't that funny. Haha. Okay, wait. up and side. Wait, no, wait. The finger is segment 1, segment 2, and then segment 3 is one big segment. Yeah. David Firth is a YouTube artist that made Dog of Man and Salad. Oh, and Salad. Oh, the Salad. See, then you bring up a thing he made, and then I recognize the thing he made. It's like, who made? Yeah, Salad Fingers. That guy. And Trevor Henderson made Skeleton Horse, and Trey Parker is a musical artist and animator. Trey Parker. I've heard that name before, but I can't like put my finger on what it was that the person made. Oh, that annoys me. I might just look up in a second. Also, like, cool mixed media experiment wise, right? I have I think on the bottom of my screen I have when someone chats in YouTube chat, I have YouTube chat on the bottom, and on the top I have Twitch chat. So I have both chats at the same time, which isn't going to be confusing in the future at all or whatever. No, it's going to be it's giga brain energy. It's giga brain idea. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, I'm going to paste this hand onto this segment, but before I do that, I'm going to make a duplicate to save it. Put that in a folder of saves. And you can close this, close that. There we go. The lasso tool is my favorite tool. It allows me to make tiny adjustments. Whoop. I'm performing surgery. Keep the aspect ratio for this one. It's time to do. I'm also trying to cover, because I want to be able to draw her shoulder a bit, right? But if I can cover this like annoying arm area, that would be very neat. Because I don't like drawing it. Not that I can't, but like, ugh, it's just, it's stuff you don't know how to draw. It's like look up reference, but then you become mega dependent on reference, and that's a good thing, by the way. But you know. Now, Trey Parker just made a classic stop-motion animation in 1997 about a couple of boys celebrating Christmas. 25 years and still strong. Oh, fuck me. Trey Parker. Is that not South Park guy? The guy, one of the two creators of South Park. You see? Ah, I feel like such an idiot. I knew it became... Oh, man. Yeah, I feel like a dum-dum. South Park. Yes, one of the creators of South Park. God damn it. Now I feel like an idiot. God damn it. See, this is what I mean, right? Like I know some of their things, but it's like, okay, put a name on it, and all of a sudden my brain fizzles out like, what name? We don't know names. Names are weird. God damn it. It's such an easy one too. That's what's embarrassing about it. It's like it's such a ubiquitous, like everyone knows South Park, and his name is like on the title in the beginning every time. That is funny. Dumb moments on stream. I should clip that. Edit it later. Make it a short. Welcome to my strategy. I do stupid things, and then when I do stupid things, I tend to clip them and then turn them into TikTok content. Which I also have not done in a week. I'm out of my house for a few days, and all of a sudden, like, my scheduling stuff falls behind. Life of a content creator. I hate that title. But it's also the most, whatchamacallit, it's also the most, like, accurate title. Like, I hated it when it came out, like, when everyone started calling themselves a content creator. I hated the moniker, but at the same time, recognizing it nowadays, it is also just a very accurate one. Because it also doesn't tie you down, you know. YouTuber, then you're tied to the platform. Well, content creator is very vague. But it does differentiate yourself from something like saying, like, I'm a filmmaker. It's like, no, well, in this case, right? I'm not a filmmaker, I'm doing a stream. It's not the same thing. Am I a streamer? Well, yes. But what are streams if not just content? Haha. Sorry, I can get into this like stupid wannabe philosophical ramblings sometimes. Also, this lo-fi is loud as hell, but it does keep me concentrated. It does keep me focused somewhat. Okay, so this hand looks better. Now the pinky finger does not look right. The 2 fingers. Try finger butthole. Sorry. Elden Ring memes are really lame. But, you know, once you're part of the Dark Souls like community thing, you get used to making lame jokes like that. We all make mistakes. At least you're not murdering random children because you're sad about your family falling apart, them becoming an immortal god. Are you referencing Christian there? I've recently really been getting into those documentaries about it, by the way, because those are really interesting. They're just fascinating, like to see the downfall of some guy, which is really sad, you know. Sorry, I'm back. I had to sign into my main. No problem, man. No problem. This is all a relaxed, chill stream with no obligations, without me shouting like a dictator. You see, it's all good. Cancelled. Hashtag cancelled. Tori was a dictator VTuber. Imagine. Yes. Yes, deep lore. Deep lore. Line. Sorry, I'm getting distracted. Okay, so... Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Duplicate layer. What if I swap these 2 hands, actually? Might that be better? Nah, just a certain restaurant order. Matt Pat would know damn well. Are we talking Five Nights at Freddy's now? Wait, does he become an immortal god? I don't think he does, right? Oh no, no wait, no, yeah. Yeah, I'm thinking like, oh, because he becomes the, whatchamacallit. Because he never dies, because the franchise won't let his character end. Yeah. Springtrap. Oh, I could... I'm one of those OG people that played the original Five Nights when it came out and thought the original, like, Matt Pat first episode was actually very clever. Like, oh, okay, so that's what the meaning is supposed to... Or, like, what it sort of refers to and took inspiration from, right? But I'm gonna be honest. To me, the Five Nights story ended at 3. I found 3 to be the great conclusion. You had the first game, then you had the sequel to the first game that expanded the lore, and the third one was like the conclusion. And then it started with the 4th one in Sister Location, and then Pizzeria Simulator was another good ending point. Like, that's a good ending point. But then they kept going again, and then they brought out, what, Security Breach, which is like a bugged mess. It's like a buggy as hell all mess, but like, you know, it gives you some tidbits of lore that then get put together into basically having a completely different narrative outside of the game, which, you know, it's just because you have nothing to work with. You start making weird theories, right? Yeah, I could do that. You can have like the Gieres hand at the bottom and then the grip hand at the top. Oh my god, I'm a genius. Genius for a sketch. I played FNAF 1 new a few years ago. The 3rd one was my personal favorite. Yeah, you know what was cool as well? Like the way they were built up, right? Like the first one was okay, your default one. Then the second one was all about, okay, now the difficulty is going to be insane because you have all these animatronics. It's like more. It's like how many things can there be, right? I know later ones like Ultimate Custom Night went with like 1 million characters, but to their, you know, that's just a party mode in my eyes, right? Pizza Sims End is not bad. However, I did like it where like how they were built up, right? Like mechanically and thematically. The first one was a mix, then the second one was, okay, how many animatronics can we fit in here? And then the third one was, okay, let's bring it back to the horror roots. Now there's only one, and you have to really like pay attention to the cameras and track its movement and stuff like that. I thought that was very interesting, but then they had to add all the extra like spooky jump scares, and I didn't think those were as interesting as it could have been if the AI for Springtrap was just more involved. I don't know. Especially the build up for 3 was awesome, right? Like you get these screenshots and it's like an animatronic, but there's like a head inside of it and it's screeching in agony. It's like, that just from a design point, right? Springtrap is such a great design, which is probably why they won't let that character ever die, right? But then they messed it up because he looks like dog shit in Pizza Sim. Well, they didn't mess it up. His design just looks really bad. But Pizza Sim has that final cutscene with that final speech, and that final speech is just, yeah. We says Henry's speech. That speech was just the shit, right? It's like whatchamacallit. It's one of those speeches that kind of makes your back tingle. It's like, ooh, that's an awesome end. But then, nope, that wasn't the end apparently. Now he's a computer virus, but also he's a zombie, and also he's a just. You had a new villain. You built her up, but you did nothing with her. That's so sad. So much sadness. At least I think so, right? Okay, let's continue building here a bit more. Burn Trap though, frickin' Burn Trap from Security Breach looks like that one character from SpongeBob. He does though. And it's like, okay, is this design better than Pizza Sim? Yeah, but it's still not better than the third game. And the third game was like made by one guy. You had a whole studio to work on it. I think it's, you know what it is? The design for Burn Trap in Pizza Sim, right? It's that his mask conforms too well to the head. What made Springtrap in his original design interesting is that you could see it's a suit, so the head of like the animatronic is like a mascot character, but his face inside is so much smaller, so it's like he's like trapped in because it's basically like an Iron Maiden, right? Whilst with Burn Trap, it's like a mask that he puts on. It's really weird. His proportions are a little fucked up. It's like it wouldn't be even that hard to adjust it, right? Whatever. Quick question. What inspired you to be a VTuber? A very good question, and it is actually a very, very interesting one. And it has to do with privacy. Because essentially, what I like about VTubers, right, is the whole, okay, you can make a persona around it, you can make a lore about it, and like I'm fleshing that stuff out because I find that stuff fascinating. But also, I get to have a separation between my personal life and my VTuber life. Now, am I making it incredibly hard for like me to be found? No, you could find my real identity. That's no big issue, right? But like that as a creator, you have a certain separation between the two, I think is pretty cool. It's the same with but to a lesser extent because he actually used his face, right? Like how back in the day, the Angry Video Game Nerd, AVGN, like the director of that, James Rolfe, he isn't that character. He plays a character. Or with VTuber in the same sense, like, okay, it's still you behind the camera, and because you stream so many hours, essentially you are talking like to yourself and stuff like that, right? But there is a certain separation between the two. There is a certain like I can go out and hope and later on not be recognized, right? Or as well, I can change my design if I want to. If I look like me, I can only look like me and play with my lighting, and I can get bored of that like in a month. Whilst with the VTubers, with like VTubing, right? I have been the moment I figured out face tracking, I went into like how to do all the extra facial mocap and stuff like that. Then I went into okay, how do I apply that to different models? Then I made like I've already had like 3 models, Vroid models, right? And with slight adjustments. But you know, just that freedom to be able to change your persona character or avatar character that is displayed, I think is very cool. I think it's cool. To me, that's what kind of inspired me, right? Because I have like a new design that I came up with, that I'm now sort of building out, right? Wait, I can show that on stream. Yeah, of course I can. It's me. which is a more to fit my more bassy voice, right? Is to return back to more of my initial root idea for this for my character, sort of, which came from a sketch, which came from this sketch, sort of, right? Because what I'm going to be doing now is building this out a bit in 3D just to be able to get like the mechanical body stuff of it correct, and like shading it off of there. But then for the rest, like building all this stuff up. That's sort of what I've been keeping myself busy with on the back burner. But like separating all these layers into like different things is such a hassle, you know. Whilst now, the Vroid models are just easy. I never liked talking. Yeah, it's weird as well, because I even have moments where I just don't know what to talk about, and then it's like silence. But then you're like, oh no, I'm a streamer. I have to do talking, even though even though you're streaming to no one, you have to fill up content so you can cut it up later up and see if you can find interesting stuff about it. But then when I'm not streaming, I will do it constantly. I will not shut up. It is really weird. So when I'm like playing something like this is also one of the reasons why I started gaming, right? Streaming, right? It's like every time I was gaming or whatever the hell, or doing something, I would start talking to myself as if I was streaming, and it's like, okay, I'm either turning mad or I should start doing this thing, right? And that's also one of those things that started me going into my journey for this thing. Back to YouTube chat. I agree, Vanny would have been awesome to sit there standing around. Yes, because they built her up so well, but then they just did nothing with her character, and it's frustrating, you know? You hope for a sequel game, but then at the same time, they already kind of explored her so much. I sort of got, it's like what it almost feels to me, right, is like the game had a certain direction, but then they didn't fully know how to realize it, so then they relied back on older tropes to fill in the blanks. But then it became more about those older tropes, and it was like I could totally see where the pizza sim X segment of Security Breach was actually going to be an Easter egg. But then once they started to work on it, it's like, okay, we're building all of this stuff out, might as well make it more involved, right? Something like that. Something like that. That and the AI in the game is just buggy. And also kind of basic if you think about it, because it's another one of those walking simulators, right? Like walking simulator horror games, like an Amnesia or an Outlast. Except, you know, less mechanically involved, because okay, you get your little laser gun at a certain point, but for the rest, I don't know. I like Security Breach, but I have my criticisms of Security Breach, put it that way, right? Would I play it myself? I don't know if I would have fun, because I already know everything, right? So it would be basically like a speed run. That's also the thing. I think the game would be way more fun if I knew nothing about it, but because I like watched Let's Players and streamers play it, I figured out everything, right? I'm just waiting for another open world game. Well, have you heard of the great game called Elden Ring? Oh, it is really good though. I played it for like 60 hours, all on stream. Was a really good time. But yeah, when is there gonna be another open world game like Elden Ring that comes out? Probably not, right? So sad. Sadness. We can hope. We can dream. Okay, let's figure out what I'm gonna do with this body, right? Because I like the arms. I like the whole magician. I'm also going to redo her head, but I'm going to leave her head as last. And then her body should be complementing that, because her shape now is that of a big square like that. Yes, I did. Yeah. Elden Ring was fucking awesome. But it leaves a void in your soul after you complete it. Because you're like, okay, I beat it. What now? Do I start Journey 2? But I don't want to leave my world yet. And then you start doing some little side shit. And then I started on my own, separate from like my streams, right? I started a new character, deprived character. I went and got like the mace pretty early on, and on level 1 I was able to beat Margaret, and I just felt so weird. It was like, oh my god, I've actually gotten good. I know how to now do certain things way more underleveled than I did back in the day. Also, they nerfed and patched some shit, right? But like outside of that, just like that whole realization of, oh my god, I didn't know I could actually do this. But also like, oh yes, things do hit you really hard if you don't immediately try and upgrade Vigor. Because Vigor is the most important stat in the game. if you're, you know, not uber perfect. But yeah, what do you play now? Okay, you can play another game of Zelda, but nah, everyone's already played that to death. I could play more Metal Gear, but yeah. But you know, it'll be fine. Oh, I'm back with my 11 hot pockets prepared the way big man will make him. Gotta eat away the feeling of being single and not being able to talk with women. Well, no. 11 a.m. hot pockets. There's nothing bad about that. Talking to women is... How do I say this? It's easy and hard, but... How do you call it? The chat videos about like, this is the way to talk to women, they're all wrong. The only way I find that's interesting and fun is like, if you have a thing you're interested in and talk about, you talk about that, and if they're not interested, then you're like, okay, I'll find someone else to like talk about my interests. And then either they're like, but I thought I was an interesting person. And I'm like, but no, but you don't care about like, you don't care about the intricacies of color grading in DaVinci Resolve. Then why would I want to talk with you? It's like, no, there are more casual things you could talk about, right? But like, you know, I think the hardest thing is finding the will to like go to a social event, because it's like, whatchamacallit, before you go there, you're like, why am I going here? What is my intention of going? Is like, is it to meet people? Is it to just have fun? Because essentially the best way to meet people is to just have fun and have that be your mentality, right? Because if you're having fun, people automatically want to have the fun with you. But if you go out with the idea of, oh, I want to talk to girls, then there's like already kind of like a, whatchamacallit, there's like an incentive and like a motive, and it sort of, it colors how you interact with people then, and it's, you know, it's annoying. And immediately they can read it too, right? Like they notice it as well. Chatting with women for me is like playing the Death Wish difficulty at Payday 2. I'm not laughing at you, I'm laughing with you because, yes, that is oh, pain. We're playing on Death Wish difficulty at Payday 2. That's a good one. Nah, because every girl I end up liking will never like me back because they're the big straight. Nah. They just don't know. Gay fun is great fun. If you're into that sort of stuff, you know. If you can get into that. Gotta be open. It has to be a vibe. I think that's the difficult thing. Like, how do you know when there's a vibe going, you know? Because sometimes it's very, like, automatic, and other times it's like... I would say especially... not especially as a dude, but I find that, as a dude, the line between flirting and being creepy is very small. It's a very small line, right? Like, because you can easily go from one into the other, and the only way to get better at it is to talk with more people and like get good at reading those cues or whatever, or becoming a muscly Chad bro. You know, you gotta get the muscles. Not really, but I just think it's funny to say. I still has the whole vampire lady for my lesbo heart. True, Dimitrescu was an 11. Like, was elite. Nothing could stop her. She was all our greatness. We all wanted her more in the game. It's so sad her segment was so short. God. Resi 8. There's a lot of great things in Resi 8, but there's also a lot of frustrating things with it. And it's, oh god, the Resi 8 rant I've done to my my brother like a million times. He's like, what the hell are you bitching about? I was like, no, I'm correct on this. Like, listen, my issue with Resi 8, and it's a really simple one, right? It's that the vampire lichen enemies, I mean the werewolf lichen enemies, are not interesting. They're not fun. They're just very, they just run around you. They're way too fast. You barely are able to hit them. That, and the game insists on you playing at like, what is it, like 80 FOV? Your FOV is like 80 degrees, which means you're like looking in a tunnel. So for you to turn around, you have to like, for me, right? I was never able to be aware of my surroundings because I like to play at like 90 FOV or above. So it was very, very frustrating and very, very annoying. I literally kept walking in the walls where my buddy was looking at me like, what the hell are you doing? And I'm like, I can't play this game. This game doesn't want to be played. And I would just rage at that because they think I was an idiot. But it's like, no, the game just does not want to be played. Like I think, you know, nobody had a problem with the Dimitrescu segment in like the basement where she gets you. I did, because I got lost down there because I didn't know where the hell I was going. Thank you for the follow, by the way. I don't know why that didn't appear on the chat. Normally, like, there's a pop-up supposed to happen. That's a first. I might have to look into that, because if that's not working, that's not good. Stream elements. The thing is, a lot of girls will flirt with me, but end up just doing it because they think it's quirky, and so I've given up on finding love because I'm sick and tired of being used to impress their goth BF. Aw, that's sad. Though it's sad that like you know, the whole. But I would say when you're going out, don't look for love, because you're not really looking for love. What you're looking for is more of just, whatchamacallit, not DTF, but more of a, if you want to be more proper about it, you're just looking for friends. Just look for people you can hang out with, you know, and then eventually, usually out of like forming tight bonds with people, there you might find relationships. Because just going out to find a relationship, I don't know if that works. It works for some people, right? But like, I don't find it particularly. Also, you're trying to take advice here from like a single dude. Like, I've had relationships, but like at the moment, I do not give a crap. Okay, something did pop up this time. Hell yeah. So okay, wow, that's a late alert. Jesus. Oof. I find that a little funny, right? But yeah, the quirky flirting, it's sad, but we also all have to remember the Evangelion lesson, right? Yes, you're getting the Evangelion talk now, which is, what is the lesson in Eva? The lesson in Eva, the one I got it from it, right, is the great lesson to learn from it, right? And the message this show tries to give you, especially like the early show, right, is instead of trying to look for things to fill your aching heart or whatever, you have to live with yourself before you can live with others. And what for me that means, right, is I have to be able to be happy with myself before I would want to go into a relationship. And that also complicates things, right? Because once I'm like in a state, like let's say now, where I'm kind of happy with my situation to a certain extent, right? With what I'm doing, like I'm on a good path, I find, I have interests that I'm doing. It does become difficult to want to form relationships with people, because it's like then you have to start making sacrifices and da. Another great, like, with a similar lesson but more funnily presented, right, is go to Netflix and watch Daniel Sloss. He's a Scottish comedian who has two great specials, Dark and Jigsaw. Now, Jigsaw is the one you want to look at for the relationship thing. However, there's a punchline that gets spoiled at the beginning of Jigsaw that's just such a good bit and from his first special. However, the Jigsaw is the one you would want to watch for like not only relationship advice, but like an outlook on relationships it's just very interesting. Yeah, a girl who I was friends with kind of used me as a way to make her boyfriend get excited. She was toxic, and I'm glad I broke with friendship. She really played with my heart as a friend. That's shitty. That's really shitty. At least you got your bros. There you go. You gotta have your. That's where the sentence comes from. Bros before hoes. It's not misogynistic. It's to quell the aching heart of emotionally damaged people. But that is shitty behavior. No. Yeah, I'm also not thinking of something to say about it, right? As I treat dialogue seriously. I like talking about stuff like that. I like thinking through stuff like that, right? But yeah, no, probably best you just broke off that relationship, because if she uses you for that, it's like, wow. Don't you think of anything more of me than just something to get, like, your BF excited? Like, yeah, get the fuck out of here. Because it only doesn't damage the friendship, it hurts your self-esteem because you find it difficult and stuff like that. It's not fun, you know? So that's screw them. Whatever problems they were having or whatever, I don't care. A viewer of my chat was being sad by it, therefore I must stand with chat on it. something beeped. Something beeped. I don't know if someone subscribed or if someone... Weird YouTube cheat. I think it was a subscription. I think so. I'm not sure. Not certain. But watch, if you're in like post-relationship pain, Daniel Sloss's Jigsaw on Netflix. It's a really funny watch. It's a really good watch, and it presents a way to look at love similar to something like a lot of fiction and media teaches you, right? But in a very direct, but also interesting and funny way, I would say. And it's something like, to spoil it, right? The whole reason why it's called Jigsaw is it makes the analogy to a jigsaw puzzle, where you form your life based on your interests, your character, and all that kind of stuff, right? And you start with your edges, and you build your character around that. But what for you is your middle piece? Your middle piece of the picture. Is it someone you're trying to force in there that breaks up other parts of it? Or do you just form your picture, be content with yourself, and hopefully along the road of life, someone will come in to fill in extra parts? And the thing that the special basically presents is, and this is what it's famous for, right? Is how many people it broke up, how many relationships that guy was able to break up because his analogy just made too much sense. Or he basically posits like, what do you rather want? Do you rather want to find out and look for happy life, or are you in a relationship where you're kind of just innerly, in an inward way, kind of just wanting your partner to, just disappear? You just want them to break it off, but you don't have the guts to. You don't want to end up in one of those relationships, right? And so he's very famous for breaking up a lot of people, but he says I'm not breaking up true love here. I'm breaking up people who just didn't have the guts to end it. Watch Daniel Sloss's Jigsaw. It's really good. It's on Netflix. Everyone has Netflix. Go torrent it. I don't care. Don't torrent stuff that's bad. It's very, very bad. Very bad. Naughty. I'm sorry. Got any sci-fi movies you recommend? They're gonna be very basic. I watch sci-fi, but I'm not very big into keeping up with all of it, because there's a lot of stuff that comes out. I have had a few interesting things I wanted to make, right? But like, whatever. What I find because I play more sci-fi games. What I find particularly interesting is my like favorite movies, right? They're like John Carpenter's The Thing, Aliens, which Aliens as a movie nowadays, okay, the original Alien was like a horror movie, and the sequel was meant to be like an action movie back in the day, right? And it felt like that. But if you watch Aliens, the sequel, today, the pacing of it makes it work more as like a horror movie we're accustomed to today. And it's really cool in that way, right? But you've probably already seen it, because Aliens is such a classic, right? Or if you want to have a fun laugh, watch AVP, Aliens vs. Predators. Only the first movie. The second movie sucks monkey tits, right? But like, the first movie is not great, but it's kind of okay. It's kind of good, Besides Star Wars, lol. Wait, let's go back to YouTube chat. It's like half the time I either get comments about guys wanting to see me kiss or get some F-slurs. It doesn't help that my grandma disowned me for being gay. Oh, that sucks. We stand the grandma that wants me to marry some random Spanish guy. Now, your family can't make you do what you want to do. You have to find your own happiness. Fulfilling like familial expectations is not gonna, I think, bring you happiness. But that is my opinion, of course. And I'm a very sometimes egotistical individual when it comes to that kind of stuff, because I think it's shoot the individual a bit more, right? But yeah, guys are creepy. I'll admit that. As a dude, let's be honest, we're kind of creepy. Once we recognize that, yeah, a lot of problems could be solved. Besides Star Wars, already seen it. God, they fucked that one up, didn't they? But then they're saving it. They're saving it with Mandalorian, and I'm a big fan of that show. And I think it deserves more credit than it's getting, but it's also because I really appreciate like the technical aspect of it and stuff like that. Book of Boba was not great, but you get a few episodes of Mando, so it's a bit of a missed opportunity. That's all it was. But it's not bad. Are you planning to collab with other VTubers one day? I would love to. But you know what the problem is? How the hell do you get in contact with them? You like kind of message them through Twitter, and you kind of get the idea, but it's like you have to suggest stuff. And one day I would like to collab with multiple VTubers, because I think that would be fun, right? But I think it would probably be more interesting to do that after I pull through on my redesign, get like a more consistent design going. Because like I've worn this suit. I'm just gonna call it a suit. I've been wearing this suit for like since part way through my Elden Ring stream, but even now it's like it doesn't feel 100% right. I don't know. My voice kind of fits, but then at the same time it totally does not, because you know it's a cute little girl, and then my voice is my booming voice. I think it's funny. I think that discrepancy is funny, you know. The whole, and I'm trying to work that into the background lore that I want to develop somewhat. Which that's something interesting. I'm gonna subscribe to the YouTube channel to find out what that could be later. I'm sorry. Oh, wait. Show. Okay, cool. Moderation. Thanks about that. Book of Boba. Book of Boba Fett, in my opinion, had more dialogue than fighting. And that's not bad. It's that the dialogue and scale is kind of weird in that show, right? Because it's about a crime syndicate city, but essentially the crime families feel like it's 6 groups of like 3 people per group. It feels at the same time too ambitious to be like bigger, but also small, you know? It's weird. It's mostly the guys that has a profile pic that is him holding a fish that are creepy. We need more guys like you in the world, like goddamn. Thank you. We need more guys that embrace their full masculinity to then become a cute anime girl online. Indeed. That is truly where we should be standing. But wait, holding a fish? Is that a thing? Is that a thing? Like men holding pics of fish? Like I swear to God, I've never heard of that before. But just, I get this image of my head of like a Christian looking dude with like a fish in a bag. It's like, okay, what the fuck? Isn't that already a red flag? Like, let's be honest, come on. It's like a picture of them holding a fish. Isn't like, sorry, that made me chuckle. I'm bad. You see, I laugh at people. I shouldn't be laughing at people. That's not nice. Never said I was. Ha ha ha. Done it once. I'm not complaining about the dialogue. It's interesting. Yeah, dialogue is cool, especially the character relationships and stuff like that, and seeing Boba as more than just like a bounty hunter. It's all interesting and stuff, but it never goes somewhere. Like the Cad Bane stuff should have just been introduced way earlier in like flashbacks with him as a young child, because they do like that one flashback, right, where you see him on Camino. That should have gone more into like him and his years of growing up with Cad Bane, and then that could have made that ending had more impact, right? But then you couldn't have had the reveal. I don't know. Done it once. Wait, have you done a fish a fish picture? Doesn't make sense. Yes, it's a thing. If they have a Facebook page with a fish, it is sus. Emergency meeting. The fish. But why? I get people like taking pictures with their dogs or their cats or a tortoise, which is a dog, as all Elden Ring players know. Everything's a dog. But you don't a fish. What's with fish? Is this like a movement I just don't know of? Is it like code word? Like it's probably some kind of Reddit 4chan like secret code word, right? Like it's part of a movement. I don't know what the hell the fish movement would be. It's maybe they're like a Cthulhu cult. I don't know. They want to reignite the passion of the the passion of the fruit. No, not the fruit. Of the fish. They were all wronged by their ancient non-fish counterparts, and therefore they will do whatever they can to get their fish going. Yeah, I have no idea where I was going with that bit, sorry. I like taking pictures with fish. Yeah, but like as a profile pic, I just don't get the appeal. It's like, I guess the fish is cool. Maybe just like a profile pic of the fish. Maybe that would be less weird, right? Because it's like, oh, okay, like look at this cool fish. But yeah, what do you look like? It's like, no, I don't care. Look at the fish. Fish is cool. Then it becomes a Chad move again, you know, because then it's Chad again. I laugh with it, right? Because most of the Chad movement is kind of like cringe and it's bad, but I do like the word. because the word is funny to me. That's why I will use the word. I will never give up. I won't give it up. Not for anything. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, let's solve this pinky. This Pinkie Pie. Remember that show? That was a fun show. See, there you go, I admit it. Falling was a bit cringe at the end, but you know, so are all followings. Like, don't get me started on the anime community. Want to hear cringe? Well, it's the thing I used to be part of. You accept it. I even don't know where I was going with that bit. Look up again. Speaking of fish, this conversation reminds me of a VTuber called Maramizu. Maramizu. Don't know them. Wait, can I look stuff up? Without it having to. Without me doing a whole bunch of. Yes, I can. Maramizu. Wait. No, I don't recognize her. I thought I did, but I don't. Do I? She's like a mermaid. Huh? Only some Kirby streams. That's cute. No, you get muted. That's cute. Seemingly. I think so. Yeah. Whoop, whoop. I have. There's like a new Niji-sanji one that's like also a fish person, right? Which, again, they should just have a profile picture of a fish. Again, they should do that thing where, oh, what game was that? Like this game, this rhythm, it's not kind of a rhythm game. Rock Park, no. There's this they basically make a bit of fun of VTuber type characters, right? But then during the boss battle, they like change form and stuff like that. It's a really fun little game. Rockstar. Let's Rock. God damn it, I don't know the name. It was a good. As like the main character's called Mayday. She's pretty cute, right? She has like a cute character design, and I think it was from a South African studio, if I was correct. If I'm correct. I don't know 100%, but it was a really good game, though. No, it's more of a joke within the LGBTQ community about the stereotypical homophobic person. It's a guy with greasy hair kissing a fish in shorts. I know a lot about those guys, though, so I don't know. Is that a thing? I'm just like flambasted. Like, I didn't know the fish thing would be a thing. Maybe it was like a funny, whatchamacallit, like a funny coincidence that all of them do it. Be a little funny, come on. Like, you gotta laugh with it, because otherwise it's only crying, right? Otherwise it's prepare to cry. I'll look for squid VTubers just so I can make calamari joke. True power has never looked quite like that. I was looking at like there is an earlier design thing I was thinking about, like going Lovecraftian horror creature with a form of a VTuber, but then it was like overdone, and I can't outdo Inani. Inani is just the best. Therefore, I wouldn't try, right? But I don't think I have anything interesting to add, especially also because Nyanner's kind of that's her lore backstory thing that she went with as well. So it's like, okay, I don't know how I'm gonna be able to do an interesting take on it. So I went with Robot Hive Mind. That's what I'm going to be going with, because I think that's more, because it's essentially a similar thing, but like I think it's more interesting. Robot Hive Mind that dominated the stars, which was then blown down by its ambition, restricted to a single body, and soon will move from husk to husk. And that is an in-lore explanation for why I have different bodies when I get bored. They're all different, like, interfaces. See, that's cool, right? See? I think it's cool. And I get to play my things. I think it's interesting. Wait, I just thought of something. You look like Cyborg from Teen Titans. Yeah, true. Hope you enjoy the rest of your stream. Gotta catch some Z's. Greetings from Burgerland. Hope you sleep. Good night, by the way. Hope you enjoyed the stream, by the way. No problem. Burgerland. I'm half American, goddammit. It is great. Oh, now I feel like a burger. Why did you do this? I swear to God, I actually do feel like a burger. You look like Cyborg, but with hair. Because I kind of do, yeah. He has like the red eye. I have a green eye, which is more a reference to Necrons, because those things I was obsessed with those for a very long time. Still sort of am. I like their designs. Not as cool as they used to be, but you know. Well, no, they kind of are. They expanded the lore in a good way. This is a 40k thing, sorry. Okay, I think the body is good. I'm going to start work on one of the more difficult aspects, the face. Because I'm not happy with this face. I'm going to change the face. Teen Titans. You know what the funny thing is? I actually did not grow up on Teen Titans. I just missed the boat on that one. I grew up more on like Ben 10, Generator Rex, was it Flapjack, SpongeBob? I'm thinking of like what were other ones, right? Something like those. Something like mostly those. But Teen Titans wasn't on the TV here that much back in the day. So I kind of missed that boat a bit. Okay, wait, I'm putting the camera a bit back so it doesn't lose my tracking when I move left and right. The thighs. Can I get maiden on limb, but I can't. Maiden's on limb, but I can't get in real life. The thighs, man, almost. Don't do this. Don't do the dog behavior. Don't stoop thine self so low as to simp for ein maiden. I love that that's also the conceit of Elden, like the main plot of Elden Ring. Like, they knew what they were doing. Like, your main motivation is to get a maiden. Like, nothing, who cares about anything else, right? Oh, but I want to defeat the world and unite fix the world of the lands between. No, you want a maiden. Thou art maidenless. That line, that was everything. That was everything I had to know to be like, okay, man, fuck you, I'll find one. You just wait. You just wait, Vare. Ya bastard. Found myself a sick-ass maiden with multiple limbs. I have emotes? Oh no, those are just probably general emotes, right? That's neat. Very much awesome. Let's look at the reference, because I've not been looking at that for a while. So she has like a crack on her face. Okay, time to refine the face. Gotta get that thigh gap as well, right? But she doesn't have like thigh highs on, so you know what, for shits and giggles, let's just draw in some sketch thigh highs. So we know, we have to have a general idea of what she looks like, you know. Gotta have that little pudge, like the thigh. It's all about that little pudge. That's the thing that makes it the great thigh high, you know. Because because she's a doll, so she's like segmented and shit. So it's like, yeah, see, that's what you do when you're drawing shit, is you make excuses for your weird little tiny kinks. I should have become a porn artist. Could have made a lot more money that way. But no, I wanted to do a regular VTuber. There we go. There we go. That little gap here. Little gap here. Yeah. Gotta scroll away from that before Twitch kicks my ass off, right? But I do need to duplicate, save. I hate sand. It's coarse and rough and it gets everywhere. You cannot get me with prequel memes. I know all the prequel memes. I am DZ Nudes. Let's keep the aspect ratio, right? But her proportions are unrealistic. But she's a doll. I could do whatever and if she's a drawing, I could do whatever she. Okay, her butt does stick out a lot though. Holy crap! What is she, a Kardashian? Yes, but no, but 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 oh my gosh, Twitch is gonna kick my ass off, isn't it? I'm gonna get a content warning, gonna be reported, and I'm gonna be canceled on Twitter. Hashtag cancelled. Hashtag it was only art. Sorry. Get distracted again. I was doing the face. Face. sand, coarse, rough, gets everywhere. Okay, so thinking, right? I want to go more battle-hardened expression. Something like a... Ooh. Because her eye is... What does her eye look like? Okay, she's like a creepy doll stare. God damn it, From Soft. Make your face consistent between cutscenes and like cinematics. Why are they different? The game one is the one that counts to me. I'll make a decision. This executive decision. The game one is the one that counts. She looks down, half slanted. Oh, that's some cool makeup. Holy shit, look at that. Damn, some cool makeup design. Look at that. Or some Photoshop. I don't care. Either way, it's cool looking. Either way, I'm a fan. She's Slenderman now. LOL. Truly. Remember Slender the Arrival? Remember that game when that came out? It was not good. That's why. It was kind of a disappointment. Especially the ending really sucked. I remember really being excited for a game called Haunted Memories, I think? Something like that? Because it had like a great song in it. I don't remember what it was. It was like a song about... It was like a sort of country, I think? Like guitar acoustic song. But it was just really good. But then that game either never came out, or like it was stuck in development hell for a long time, or something like that. I just remember that game being like one of those games I was excited for when Slender was big. You know, before the FNAF age. Scared the shit out of me not playing that again. Yeah, especially the first Slender Man. That stuff back in the day. Nowadays it looks like garbage, right? But like back in the day, that stuff was terrifying. That stuff would like, oh, I remember the Markiplier Let's Plays. I remember the PewDiePie Let's Plays back. And I'm smiling, by the way, because she's like, I'm reminiscing, right? That shit was awesome. Or that, or like if you had a buddy that hadn't played it yet, you'd like get them over, like, hey, you want to play an internet game? And then you're like, they were like, oh, well, what are you talking about? No, I don't know. And then they're like, no, play this. And they're like, you're a weird kid. Why are you making me play? It's like, no, play it. And you put a headset on them so that they're fully immersed, because that's what makes Slender great, right? It's not just the ambience, it's that nothing happens for most of it, and just the sheer ambient noise is what gets you really tense. It's that terror, right? It's that unseen, because the jump scare is not that scary, we'll be honest, but it's that second right before he gets you, where you're like, oh shit, that's the scariness. That's where the game is scariest. Same with, actually, same with most horror games, right? It's that moment right before you get captured. That's where the game is at its scariest. Okay, and I'm going to do something controversial, which is I'm going to be using different layers for my block out, because I want to get some structure lines in. So the mouse should be like that. What expression did I want again? I want like angry, no, like battle hardened. Yeah. I hope the Skywalker Saga won't disappoint me. Is that the Lego game that's coming out? I think it's a Lego game, right? Like a Lego game based on a whole bunch of everything, right? I think that will be pretty good. Lego games usually tend to be not bad adaptations of their source material. They seem to be well liked by the people. Slash, didn't some good reviews already come out for that thing? Tomorrow. Oh, wow. That's cool. Oh, hell yeah. Tomorrow release? I wonder if they're changing stuff, or if they're just, like, adapting the full story. Well, they always change stuff, right? They make it more like a... Lego games are more like a parody of their story. stuff around. Those too big, perhaps? Make it smaller. I'm just gonna add all the elements, and then I'm gonna start puzzling. Thinking and puzzling of what I want to do. I think for the more exaggerated body proportions that we're going with, her head form is already where the issue's at, actually. You know what I mean? It's like, it's actually already at the... Wait, I know what to do. Duplicate into the save file. Let's cut it out and move it to the side. Cut it out, move it to the side, and it's away. Tomorrow she's an enemy stand user. She kind of is. It's like she has her face that leans to her side, which is kind of like a stand. Swear to God, this game has come the closest to like the most JoJo references, right? Like Godfrey has like the lion grafted to his back, but it looks like a stand. You can use the dragon abilities, which then just look like stands, because they always have. Okay, so if we're doing some perspective with the chest muscle here, then her head should probably be... Here's her shoulder. Then the neck comes up to here, which then goes in. Then what would work for this body? Let's think of some ideas, right? Something like that? Something like shape like that? The hat needs to be shifted either way, but that's not a big issue, right? Skywalker Saga. Star Wars. Yeah, outside of Mandalorian, I've not been thinking about Star Wars at all, actually. Oh, actually, no, period. I haven't been thinking about Star Wars because, like, after Book of Boba, I'm like, yeah, next season will come out whenever it comes out. Tori looks super tired. Ooh. I'm not. That's the thing. I actually woke up like an hour or two ago. The last few days I've been tired. Dead ass. Not. I have like had zero energy. Every evening I would get back home, would be like, okay, now I'm gonna stream, and then I lay down. I'm like, nope, nothing. Although the model does look tired with the like the bags under the eyes and stuff like that. But it's because I like that design, those design quirks. I like the eye bag thing. I don't want her to look head on though, because head on is so. Maybe I could do. Ooh, no. I know. Aha, I'm big brain time. I could do 3/4 for the face on the side, but then have the main head look onward. Yes. I guess it's gonna be more chibi-fied, somewhat. Yeah. I don't mind. There we go. Complete. I kid. When you don't want to like work on it anymore, no, I actually do. But like, when you want to like get done with it really quick, just add up 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1. It's done. I'll delete the hat as needed, right? That's too anime-y. Just gonna complete this for the sake of getting it in there. And delete the rest of her like misshapen top head. That looks funny. I don't know why, but that looks so wrong. I'm not gonna do that. Wait, you know what? I'll duplicate and just keep it on the back burner. Just like as a thing. Vibing. Some other horror properties. Not a sci-fi movie, but a particularly good movie from like '94, I think it was. Not in the. I think it was called In the Mouth of Madness. It's a somewhat based on like Lovecraft story, but it stars the main guy from Jurassic Park 1 in it, and it's a horror movie. It's really good. It's based on like the whole madness, going crazy by knowledge sort of thing, but it's done really well. It's somewhat based on In the Mountains of Madness, but not quite like it though. It's really good. Megumin, yes. Actually, that is kind of one of the references I should be using for this character. Yeah. Oh my God, you might have just saved my live stream of me not figuring out what to do. Holy shit. Get me a character sheet. Here's no. Character sheets. Character sheet. Yes. And I'll get the design from the movie, because the design from the movie is one of the best ones. Let's go. Hell yeah. Well, good night, lad. No problem. Take care, my mans. Take care, and maybe I'll see you in another stream. Maybe I'll be doing more drawing streams. Maybe I won't, haha, and then you'll be all out of luck. No, it was really fun talking to you. Go watch In the Mountains of Madness. It's a good movie. And as well, as I was saying to the other person, Daniel Sloss's Jigsaw on Netflix, definitely a good recommendation. Good watch. Okay, yeah, more realistic head design like that, but then maybe with the proportions somewhat of a Megumin. Maybe she looks down a bit. I don't know if like a side design like that. There we go. This looks like something I can work with. Hell yeah. Yeah, that's starting to look like something. Well, what is it? I don't know yet, but that's the greatness of drawing. You find out, right? As you prototype and draw and redraw and get distracted and go on tangents like an idiot. No, actually not like an idiot, like a professional drawer. Professionals also go on tangents. It makes me stay longer. This might be the longest drawing stream I've done. Actually, no, scrap that. This might be the longest drawing stream on one drawing. Yeah, that makes sense. Her eyes kind of look like no, that's another design. What's her name? From Little Witch Academia, Diana Cavendish. Diana Cavendish. Gimme. Yes. Yes. Loved Little Witch Academia. Witch Academia was a great little show. That is what she kind of looks like, right? Yes, I could use the hair for that. The way the hair is like built up. Because that's what I didn't know is how would I do the hair? Fuck it, I'm just gonna take her hair. Who cares, right? Stream is public so everyone could see where I got it from. How did you do the hair? Well, I just... That's art theft. No, it's not. Just looking at like the way that the hairs build up. And I'll change the things a bit, you know, make it different, but... There we go. Diana Cavendish. Shaka was the GOAT. In fact, one of the greatest YouTubers. Where I found them very funny when they still made content. Demolition D. That was awesome. That was fun. Clunk. Side views like that. This is a good picture. Keep that in my back burner. Back of my mind. My mind's eye. Looking from the inside of the mind. Ranni the witch. A loathsome dung eater. No, I will not let this one go. This art's adorable. This I like this. I like this. I like this very much. This is adorable. Why couldn't I just make cute chibi art instead of starting to draw out something between a regular sized human thing and a goddamn comic book? Why did they give her big titties though? Why? Why, anime fans? Why? Ranni the witch. Sadness. True sadness. I remembered my comrades. She's small. We have found ourselves a small Ranni. Oh. You know what? You know what fan art is really good for? It's because people tend to reference the original design for it. It's really nice to find, like, okay, what the hell are you supposed to, like... Okay, yeah, no. You know what, for shits and giggles, I want to put some colors on here. Just to see what that would look like. Actually makes me realize, like, proportion-wise. I think proportion-wise for her body it's okay. Only her hat's, of course, making her way bigger. She probably should be. What is it then? And then we go with a white. Then really close to white. That will add for the... Still need to add a more saturated blue for the inside of the hat. Ranni the Witch. And a more deep, regal night sky blue for her hair. With more, whatever this blue is for her eye. Let's continue with the color adage to some scenes here, just because it could be fun. Oh, no, not like that. This one. Wait, is her hair blue and her skin like white blue, or what was it again? Oh, she's like pale blue. She's like corpse bride blue. Ah, but her form is more of like line art form, right? So I might want to draw that as well as line art. Or like line art. Let's think about this. How are we gonna do this? Let's start with construction layer. This head goes like this. And this head should go like that. Now my stomach is making noises. Why are thou making noises, stomach? What is thine problem? Outside of the obvious. I imagine the form that Ranni has next to her is what her original form probably looked like. That's why she has longer hair, probably, as the doll. But as she gave it all up during her master plan of essentially suicide? Yeah. Now we just add it as a glow. Looks like I keep falling asleep. I'm not. It's just that the stupid character won't. Eh. And I lost my tracking. Great. Thank you very, very much. Oh. Now it's back. So weird how my tracking is all fucked up now. Essentially that, right? But then like some fog farts over it. Which I could add as this. And I lower the opacity to something like that. I'm liking this. Now this is starting to get somewhere. I have to just add a folder where I then add these 3 layers to it. Then I copy the folder. And then I put that one away in the saves file. And I still have all my shit. Look at me being a genius. Let me think, right? What happens if I lower these layers? Yeah, I'm gonna need lines to fill in the blend in the blanks out of it. Thinking about how I want what the clothes are that I want to get to add. What does she wear? She wears like a coat, but what does she wear outside of her coat? She wears like, oh, the 2 braid things is the coat. Oh, I'm an idiot. Oh, that explains a lot. Oh, then I shouldn't have the noodles. Noodles are not part. I thought the noodles were part of her hair. Oh, okay. Okay, then I could just add the arms. That's some sick deja vu just now. Holy crap. thou art maidenless. Maidenless within this world means that thou art... Our top half looks weird. Our belly needs to be expanded. That's it. This part should cover that. There we go, something like that. And there we go. Okay, now I can go back to the top layer, save, and start thinking about how I want the body to be designed. I don't. Oh, but those are such frillies. I hate frillies. How do I draw frillies? Let me think. Let me think. Oh, wait a minute. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. The Clip Studio file has a filter on it, I think, right? Yeah, filters. Oh god. Oops. Oops. Oh, I was really thinking it looked weird on stream. Oh, thank god it wasn't too bad, I suppose. Oh shit. Well, now the colors are accurate. Oh god. That's my bad. Thinking about it. Oh wait, back to Google. Ranni the witch. However, thou art maidenless, less of a maiden. So she has like a sash around her waist, I suppose. Sash around the waist. Then a sash that goes up like this. Multiply. That is close form, so that's close form there. That goes up to an embroidered part here. That looks like a thing, and then that goes around her. A thing. And then it's a thing down the middle. It's also where I can address the hat size. And where I would want to put the point. Ranni the witch. What a bitch. Whoopa. No, she's not. Oh, this is weird when she gets like all pissed at you when you're at the bottom, when you pick up the miniature Ranni, she just basically starts cussing you out like, you always talk to dolls and stuff like that. Well, I think it's funny. This is a button down one. Ooh, shit. Okay, back to the top. Yeah, I think here, like a thing in there. And here, I think we just follow the ooh. Especially because we're only trying to enhance this, right? That can come from those frilly things. That way I can have my cake and eat it too. There's still gonna be a lot of cleanup here. A lot of cleanup. Make a rough cleanup a bit. Just clean up the sides a bit of this, right? Get back the other brush. Make a more white color. Take some liberties with some of the design things. Age of the Stars. God, 2 hours and a half. Jesus, I've been streaming for a while. Well, I'll continue because I will not stop. You can't stop me. You can't stop me, Twitter. Hehehe. Did I disconnect? Oh no, I did not. So today I'm having a good stream where the tech is not being an asshole. That's a first, right? Tech always becomes an asshole after a little bit, so...
Whatever the case may be, let's try it different. No.
All the layers of hair here. Ugh. Ages of stars, more age of pain. God, there's some good fan art out there. Jesus. Whew. So around her shoulders, I guess. The tube thingies. That's what I'm going to be calling them. The Doc Ock arms. This kind of look like Doc Ock, right? Okay, lines on the inside have to make sense that they would. And what I would expect from this color is that it's a more gray brown on the tendril part of it. Then a more dirt blue gray, dark blue gray. No, a bit still of purple in there. Did I ever upload to the Twitters? Did I ever upload what I made on Twitter last time? Yeah, I did, right? Yeah, I did. Ooh. I like this. Cute. Real cute. Okay, so back to the drawing. Nope. Whee! Whee! Gotta get this inside here darker than the outside there.
Let's go. Oh my god. I thought I heard my own pen for some reason scratching over the tablet, but it was the lo-fi scratches inside of the track. Oh, that actually got me. Holy crap. That terrified me just a little bit too much. What in the hell? Anyway. What I feel like doing, I feel like shading parts of it. More highlighting parts of it. Screen, I think the effect would be called then. Actually, I should probably, yeah. Delete a bit from here. But then there, I'm gonna running color filter it. And then she has the big eye thing underneath her eye, right? And also the Ooh. And then let's add a multiply layer. Do the same thing. Adding it to the other section here will also add occlusion shadows. Very tiny bit. Very tiny. And putting it there in a little line. We're over kind of quick, but like the process of what I'm doing now, right, is just I'm adding some where contact shadows would be and stuff like that, just to add a bit of depth to the character, because I think that looks interesting. I can't add contact shadows there because that thing is not near that, right? But you could add contact shadows like this, or the better way of doing it, because you're following the form of the thing. I will lower the opacity of this layer in a bit, but you know. Touch that. This is the right way to do it? Probably not. There are probably more efficient ways of doing this, by the way, but this is what I feel like doing now, so. I just need to make sure the line art's kind of clean. That's all. Looks somewhat better than I thought it would, in a way. A bit of a Gaussian blur. Yes. And I could tone it back a bit. Yeah. Should be a color dodge. I'll leave it as a screen layer, actually. I do like the way that looks more. However, now I'll add a color dodge layer. Have that glow of the moon sort of ordeal, right? And duplicate and delete, and then in big strokes. purple, because purple is the... Ooh. Dark purple. This will tie it somewhat together, because I'm bringing back that Dusk of the Moon element, which is what purple is, but then also the more blue regal much duller it looks without it, right? Without it. With it. Maybe one more layer of dodge. Maybe add a bit more of that purple in the... There you go. I think this might be a good stopping point, not gonna lie. I had a fun drawing stream. I had a great talk with the people. And I streamed for 3 hours. Holy crap. So it might be a good idea to round off and later on do something else, I think. I'll upload this to Twitter so people can see RANNI the witch. Then in her leg, I'm not still 100% convinced of her leg though. Not gonna lie. I think perhaps what I should have done, right, is I would like go more like that, and then just wouldn't have worked. I don't know. Should have done something else. That's definitely shirt, right? Slow dodge. If anything, I have a really small, I would add a bit more. Get that in there. Would have lighted it differently if I knew like the things would come from the inside. Oh well. There you go. That does not look too bad for a drawing stream of a few hours. It's mainly a sketching stream actually. I didn't really refine the line art or anything, which I should, but I don't feel like it now. Could do that later maybe. Let's see what that gives. See what that looks like, right? Haha. I did it. I did a RANNI the witch. What does it look like when I take away the back layer? Actually, how transparent is she? Not that much. Actually, not that bad. Holy crap, I thought it would be way worse, technically. Okay, wow. Yeah, that was great. So, for anyone watching, this was the stream. It was a good stream. A lot of doodling in the beginning, then I had some hand ideas, and from the hand ideas we created this little model. Is the model perfect? No, because the clothes are terrible. That's what that's one thing I'm gonna say. The clothes are not good. That's because I'll not to make too much excuses for myself, but like I'm just not great at clothing. That's one of those things that I'm just not particularly that good at. Because it doesn't interest me as much, right? Because you could simulate all that crap in like 3D if you really want to, but at the same time, like drawing it is just hard because of folds and stuff like that. However, we did a little bit of RANNI in there. There's a tiny bit of Megamin in there, and then from that one hair strand, a bit of Cavendish. which is, yeah, kind of what I was thinking about, but I couldn't put my finger on it, what I wanted, and then it struck me when then it struck me when I thought about it, you know. Yeah, let's click that. So overall, I would say this was good. Oh shit, I should do more of these streams. If anything, just because they're fun to do. I had a relaxing time. Best thing was probably to put on the lo-fi hip hop. That does tend to gets me in a state of zen as well. And because it's a state of zen, I think less about the lyrics and drawing to the beat and more to just following along and what you would call it, doing it as I would do, you know. No sentence structure. It's less. It was less a just focus 100% on structure, but today it was mainly like a fingers and trying to get a face in there that looked good. Although proportion-wise, I think there is still something wrong with her torso to hip ratio. Like her hips are exaggerated. Stylistic choice, right, of course, but like even then the way they're connected doesn't make 100% sense. Her thighs are not that well done. Even I'll admit that, it's not that great. But you know, you get another try next time, and now I just have to convince myself of what in the ass I'm gonna draw next. That, and you know, get the live 2D thing working so that I can make my preparations for switching to another body once again. Sort of like one of the mini side quests in Elden Ring, funnily enough, where Selen, the witch where you learn sorceries from, she like gives you her essence, and then that gets transported into a puppet, which is essentially just a new body for her, right? Yeah, so it's kind of like that, I guess, but then more technology driven, more cool ancient. Whatever. I'll inform when it's done. The cool shit I have planned for the lore reveal. And this will go on Twitter. This will go on Twitter as a, and then also be used in the thumbnail for the episode, which is already out. But then I'm just gonna redo the thumbnail with this instead of whatever the hell I had before. Anyway, thanks for watching, and goodbye. I will hear from you guys soon. I need to really start just making a schedule. That's what it really comes down to, right? Take care.